I'm Dr. Gene Antonucci. I started my career in dentistry in the Air Force, where I helped our military personnel get healthy and stay healthy. From there, I built a successful practice in Huntington, New York, and later as a teacher, lecturer, and author, I shared my knowledge and experience with students and fellow healthcare professionals. And now my journey's taken me here to explore the world of health, wellness, diet, fitness, and nutrition, as together we discover and find the good life. Welcome to Finding the Good Life. I'm Dr. Gene.
And I'm Nikki Noya.
Hi, Nikki.
Hey, Dr. Gene.
Physical fitness is such an important part of our lives. Apart from regularly eating healthy foods, there's nothing more important for our overall well-being than regular physical activity that promotes strength and stamina. We all know this, but so few of us achieve this. Humans are made to move. Our ancient ancestors, whose genes we own, spent their days chasing animals for meals, running away from animals to avoid being a meal. They lifted and hauled heavy objects to make shelter. They carried their children. They walked long distances. We don't move enough. We don't run enough. We don't lift enough heavy things. And it shows. It shows in the ailments we have. And what are the biggest excuses? That we don't have enough time. We don't have the equipment. We're too tired. We're run down. As we record this program, we're in the middle of a crisis this country has never before seen. Few of us are working. Most of us are staying at home. All we have is time. There's no excuse whatsoever to not exercise each and every day. So we're going to explore fitness. Going to explore the things that you can do today at home, whether you're beginning, you want to continue your routine, or you want to step things up a notch. You don't need a gym. You don't need special equipment. It doesn't matter your age, whether you're young or you're old. If you need other people to work out with, we have an answer for that too. My first guest today is Stacey Adams of Fitness Together. She's been recognized for the last 8 years as the best of Washington personal trainers, and for the last 4 years, the #1 franchise in the Fitness Together system. Stacey, I'm so glad you're here with us today. Tell us your story, your personal story of how your journey led you to a life devoted to physical fitness.
Sure, thanks for having me. Fitness has kind of been always a part of my life, whether I chose it or not. I grew up in a family that physical fitness and health was extremely important. My dad was a Marine. My mom worked in the school system and definitely grew up with the Marine ethics of, really putting in the hard work and reaping the benefits of it. So I was an athlete my whole life and ended up playing college soccer. When I was in my freshman year, I ended up tearing my ACL and having to have full reconstructive knee surgery. And that's kind of what opened the door to, oh, wow, you really have to take care of your body and you really have to eat well. Otherwise, things are going to happen that you don't really like, even when you are 19 and going through this, because you're not physically active and you're not eating well. So I went through that whole period of realizing that I couldn't get away with the things that I had done when I was playing hours and hours of soccer, working out, and just kind of eating whatever I wanted to because I was now on my own. So that's kind of what led me into the discovery about nutrition and physical activity. And to make a long story short, I ended up redirecting my education from elementary education to exercise science and nutrition because I just fell in love with it and I found it was my calling. After that, I ended up working in the health and fitness industry for about 7 years for other people. And then I ventured out and bought a failing business and turned it into what it is now, and have now influenced, thousands of people to live a healthier and better life.
Stacey, I love Fitness Together. I've been working out with you guys for over a year now. Tell our viewers a little bit about the philosophy and approach of Fitness Together.
Sure. So Fitness Together is a very unique setup. We are a franchise. We're all independently owned. We specialize in private one-on-one customized personal training and nutrition. What that means is that when you come in and you start working with us, everything is completely customized for you based on your movement, your posture, your ailments, anything that you've done in the past, any doctors or physical therapists that you're working with. And we really start from the foundation up deciding, okay, where are you and how are we going to customize a program that's specific to you? Before COVID-19, we were all one-on-one in private suites. Now we're virtual in the homes of our clients and our trainers. So we're keeping the ball rolling and moving on.
Stacy, what are the benefits of working out with a trainer over following a program on your own and trying to do it yourself?
Sure. So a lot of people, can do just basic programs. To be completely honest with you, we end up getting a lot of people that do these programs and end up injuring themselves. So that's probably my biggest thing that I would recommend to people is that most people don't know how to do exercises properly, or they think they simply can't do them because they don't feel right. Well, it's just because you're not doing them right, and they shouldn't feel that way. So having an expert to guide you and really customize a program that's specific to you and where you are and what you're capable of doing, and especially if you do have any injuries or ailments, that is customized to you and you have that one-on-one guidance.
Really great information.
Stacy, you guys do different kinds of training right now. We're in such a unique situation. I know for myself personally, Ryan and I do like 2 days of training, and then we'll do 1 day of kind of like a yoga session. So what are the different types of training that you guys provide?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it really depends on the client. We do have several clients that partake in more strength training based, conditioning based workouts 2 to 4 times a week. And then we definitely recommend to complement it with some mobility, flexibility, and one-on-one yoga sessions. So having really a comprehensive approach, I think, is the most important thing, is just not focusing on one thing.
Mm-hmm. And I want our viewers to know, I just have a few exercise bands. I don't have a home gym because my home has been overtaken by a toddler. So I really just have a few bands, and I have an amazing workout where everything feels really strong and solid with not a lot of equipment.
And today, this crisis is keeping people out of the gym and at home, and it's not an obstacle to not have equipment there. You can work out without.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, great. Stacy, we have to take a short break, but can you hang on and we'll speak to you on the other side of the break, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll be back with more Finding the Good Life in just a moment. We're back with Stacy Adams of Fitness Together. Stacy, thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
What challenges and what are the answers to those challenges in this unique world that we're living in today?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of challenges, right? I mean, there's the challenge of not having equipment, like you mentioned, and we've even had clients that have used fertilizer containers, fill a fertilizer to do deadlifts. It might seem kind of silly, but it's weight, and your body doesn't know the difference between whether it's a band, a person, a book, a backpack. It's still resistant.
I can attest to that. I use Samantha when I'm squatting, so she's my weighted squats. I use her as baby biceps. It is a challenge for parents though, because we have no space, but it's actually been kind of fun Sam is watching me work out and she's joining me in my workouts and she thinks we're playing. So it's actually kind of fun. Stacy, will you tell our viewers why it is so important during this time to keep up with your exercise program?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I can probably go on all day about this. I mean, I would say the biggest thing, and what we were talking about before, is mental health. I mean, this is a time that we're in a situation that none of us ever dreamed of being in, or ever wished upon to be in. And, lack of social interactions. We've got physicians at hospitals that can't see their families because they're under quarantine. I mean, we've got, parents at home with their kids, and just the overload of the mental aspect of this is we really have to take care of our minds. Without a healthy mind, we're not going to have a healthy body either. And also just de-stressing and all that hard work that we put in when we're in normal life, it's no different. We need to keep that up, and we need to keep the habits that we've had and keep those in place. The more that we keep the habits in place, the more consistent our life will feel, and the less stress we'll have, and the less depression, anxiety as we go through this challenging time.
Stacy, thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
It's been great. I hope so many people watch this and so many people respond to you. And this is a time for all of us to really step it up in terms of fitness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you guys so much for having us.